Most men aren't lazy, they're just lost. They wake up with this quiet ache in their chest, this gut feeling that something's off, but they can't explain it. So they distract themselves. They scroll, they chase dopamine, they stay busy. They tell themselves that next week I'll sort it out. But they don't. They keep carrying this weight like they're dragging a version of themselves they know they were meant to become but never did. And that ache, that's the part of you that remembers who you could be. And every day you ignore it, it hurts more. Because deep down, you know you're capable of more than this. But here's the truth. You don't rise just because you want to. You rise when you decide to face the shit you're avoiding. And that decision, it's uncomfortable as fuck. Because it means owning every lie that you've actually ever told yourself. It means admitting you've let things slip. Your environment, your body, your relationships, your mind. And it means looking in the mirror and saying, I've been playing small. I'm done with it. That's where self-respect begins. And that's why most men never change. Because it's easier to numb the pain than actually face it. It's easier to distract yourself than to take responsibility for what your life has become. But avoidance doesn't protect you. It buries you. You can keep pretending it's not that bad. Keep telling yourself that you'll change once life slows down or once you figure it all out. But there's a part of you that already knows the truth. You're not overwhelmed. You're under lead. And until you start leading yourself, nothing is going to change. So here's the line in the sand. You don't need more time. You don't need more clarity. You need to stop lying to yourself and start moving. You say you want to be a better man, then show me. Start by fixing what's in front of you. Not next week, not tomorrow, but right fucking now. Now, before you even start talking about chasing purpose or building legacy, start with this. Clean your fucking space. I'm serious. You can't lead a business, a relationship, or even your own mind if the space you live is in chaos. If you want to feel more in control, walk into the room that you spend the most time in, whether it's the bedroom, the office, the kitchen, wherever. Just sit still. Just sit. No phone, no distractions, and ask one question. What can I fix right now? And I promise your brain will start throwing answers at you. That pile of clothes that you've been ignoring, that dust on the shelves, the bin that's overflowing, the broken drawer, the tangled cords, the dishes, the filth, the clutter, the mess you've trained yourself to stop seeing. Every one of those is a mirror. It's a reflection of how much you're willing to tolerate disorder in your life. You don't need a 6-week system to start getting your power back. You need to stop walking past the shit you know needs fixing, because here's the deeper truth. The state of your space reveals the state of your standards. And men with low standards, they build low quality lives. Now, maybe you're just thinking it's a messy room, what's the fucking big deal? Well, it's everything. Because if you ignore the small things that you can control, how the fuck are you ever going to be able to handle the big things? Cleaning your space is a ritual. See, it tells your mind, I'm in charge here. It builds momentum, it rebuilds dignity. It's not just about tidying, it's about leadership. Starting with yourself, and then that bleeds out. You fix the room, you start feeling better, you feel better, you treat others better. You start showing up more present, more clear, more steady. Leadership doesn't start on a podcast. It starts with putting your own fucking clothes away and doing it like it matters, because it does. Now, once your space is clean, once your days is structured, there's one question left. Where the fuck are you going? Because a man without direction, he drifts, he reacts, he numbs, he builds other people's dreams, he drowns in distraction, he gets lost in loops of overthinking, self-doubt, and feeling like he's behind without even knowing what he's meant to be ahead of. So here's the core of it, right? You become what you aim at. If you aim at nothing, you become nothing. If your goal is to just feel better or not be broke, then that's exactly what you're going to get. It's survival, not strength. It's comfort, not confidence. So let me ask you straight. What are you actually aiming at? Not the vague, fluffy vision board shit, but a real, tangible North Star that makes your blood pump, the kind of target that demands you become more focused, more grounded, more dangerous in the best way. Because this is the wild part. Most And this is what most men don't even realize. Once you pick a real aim, your brain starts recognizing and reorganizing your entire life around it. You'll start noticing things that you've never seen before, opportunities, obstacles, patterns, the things that help and the things that have been silently killing your momentum. And if you don't have a target, your world stays foggy. You don't know what to say yes to, or better yet, what to say no to. You fall into the wrong relationships, wrong business moves, wrong habits, because there's no anchor that's guiding your choices. You want clarity? Pick a fucking direction. Even if it's small, even if it's imperfect, even if it's just, I'm gonna become the kind of man who doesn't abandon himself anymore. Aim at something, because the aim is what activates the man. And the aim will change as you evolve, and that's fine. But if you don't choose it consciously, the world will choose it for you. And when the world doesn't care if it leads you somewhere that you hate. So start the day. Pick something, a direction, a standard, a vision, a value, write it down, speak it out loud, move towards it. Because from this moment forward, you're either a man with aim or you're just reacting to the chaos. And that's not where strength lives. You want to know where your life is heading? Look at what you repeat. Not once, not when you feel motivated, not when things are perfect, but every day. Because your life is your habits just on loop. The food you eat, the way you breathe, what you do first thing in the morning, how you spend that first 30 minutes alone, what you say to your partner when you walk in the door, or whether you scroll or sit in stillness, whether you train or talk about how you should be training. That's not just routine, but that's who you're becoming. And see, most men, they treat these things like it's just background noise. I'll sort that later. It's just breakfast. It's just one more late night, one more shortcut, one more drink, one more scroll. But you see, all those things, those small things, they compound, they stack on each other, and before you know it, your life becomes a pattern that you didn't even choose, but now you're stuck in it. You want to better yourself? Fix your repeats. Set rituals that you respect. Wake up and take ownership of your energy, not like a boy dragging himself out of bed, but like a man stepping into the day with presence. Don't just shower, reset. Don't just eat, fuel. Don't just train, but sharpen. The way you do the ordinary sets the tone for how you'll handle the extraordinary. So build the kind of daily rhythm that the future you would thank you for. Because if you can't master your day, what makes you think that you master your mission? Better men aren't built through random breakthroughs. They're built by steady, repeatable action. You don't need to be perfect. You need to just stop disrespecting the details. Because every time you half-ass your morning, or you skip that task again, or make that excuse, you're casting a vote for that weaker version of yourself. And that version, he's the one that's keeping you stuck. So if you're actually serious about change, don't look for a massive shift. Start by fixing the things you repeat. Now here's where a lot of men go wrong. They have a really great week. They clean up their space. They fix their routines. They set a target, and they suddenly think they're here to fix the world. So they try to save their partner, coach their mates, solve their dad's drinking problem. They start preaching before they've even proven that they can lead themselves. So slow down. You don't fix your life by throwing yourself at every broken thing that you see. You fix your life by learning where your influence ends and where your ego begins. Because not everything broken is yours to repair. There's wisdom in restraint. No, there's power in knowing what's yours to carry and what's not. You see a homeless man screaming in the street, and that's a tragedy, but if you walk over there without the tools, the training, or the stability to help, you're not a hero, you're a liability for him and yourself. It's not weakness to walk past a problem that you can't solve, it's maturity. Don't mistake reaction for responsibility. So you build real impact by expanding your domain, but step by step. First your room, then your routine, then your finances, then your body, then your relationship. See, you stack it, you own it, you embody it. That's when your leadership becomes magnetic. That's when people listen because they can feel you've earned the right to speak. But skip that process, start preaching from a half-built foundation, you'll collapse under the weight of problems that you were never meant to carry. So stay in your lane until you've widened it with work. Stay humble, stay focused. Not everything that screams for attention deserves your energy. Not every fire is yours to put out. And until you're walking in integrity, don't try to lead anyone. All right, look, no one's coming to save you. Not your partner, not your parents, not a mentor, not a course, not some perfect moment when everything suddenly makes sense. You want a better life? You build it. Piece by piece, habit by habit, standard by standard. You clean the shit you've been ignoring. You stop pretending you're okay when you're not. You set a target and move towards it like your life depends on it, because it fucking does. That ache you feel, that quiet frustration, that voice that whispers, you're meant for more than this, it's right. But if you keep circling, keep waiting, keep hiding behind excuses like, I'm not ready, you'll blink and another 5 years will be gone. You'll still be scrolling, still avoiding, still making promises to yourself that you never keep. And I don't care how much pain you've been through, it's no justification, it's just a doorway. The man you're born to be, the man who walks with fire in his chest and presence in his eyes, he's buried under the layers of distraction, the comfort, and the avoidance that you keep choosing. So here's the decision. You either keep living like a passenger in your own life, or you take the fucking wheel. You start leading. Start choosing discomfort over decay. Start acting like a man who gives a damn about his future, his relationships, his soul. Not perfectly, not all at once, but with conviction. Because the world doesn't need more passive, nice guys or men playing small. It needs men with depth, with backbone. Men who are willing to walk through the fire so they can lead others out of it. You say you want that? Then prove it. And if you're ready to go deeper into this work, check out the link below, but don't click it unless you're serious. I'll see you tomorrow.